Good afternoon and welcome back to Ipswich, and we are about to begin season 5. We've had a difficult transfer window, and there is one issue in the transfer window that has happened to me before and is going to be a headache right up until probably Christmas, because FM does this and does not adjust things after you have made a signing. But that aside, we have, at season 5, decided that it's a bit stagnant here at Ipswich in terms of the tactic. Hey Neil, good afternoon. And so we have been working on a brand new tactic for Ipswich. We based it mostly on what Marco Rose was doing at Leipzig. And we're going to go into a 4-2-2-2. Basically, we've seen this shape many times, and Manchester United currently in FM play in this shape. Very much used worldwide. And basically what the idea is that we are now going to be playing out of defence. We're going to keep the passing directness standard and standard tempo. We're going to keep most of it, except we've taken off dribble less. We've brought in a couple of good dribblers of the ball, so maybe time now to let them have a run. And basically the idea is that the goalkeeper will distribute. He will distribute in transition to the back four. Now, if it goes to the central defenders, the idea is that their outlet is to the wing-backs or the full-back. The full-back then will look for the defensive midfielders, and they will then look for the players further up. This is enhanced by the fact that we have either a deep lying forward or a complete forward who may come back deep to collect the ball. Scott will definitely come back deep to collect the ball. And so that might draw the defence out. We have a wing back then flying up the left-hand side, and he might be able to create the opportunities, as well as the attacking mid going much further forward. He's instructed to go much further forward, and hopefully we'll pull the defence out of shape a little bit using this tactic. fairly straightforward. If the ball is distributed to the wing backs, then their outlet is either back to the centre back or to the defensive midfielders. So that's the idea behind it. And we've then set up another tactic, which is based on what De Serbi did for a little while, in that he did away with the strikers. And he had two wingers coming inside. He had a shadow striker going forward, and we still got our playmaker here who will come deep to collect the ball. We have a deep lying playmaker here, which will probably change to a ball winner. I'm not quite sure why that hasn't been changed. We're going to have two ball winning defenders here, one on support and one on... I'm not quite sure why that changed. So their job is to win the ball and to distribute to the forward players. But we will have one of the forward players coming into a very deep position to collect the ball. His job then is to turn. The other players will distract the defense. We have an inside forward who will be making these curved runs. That's how it works in real life. And then the other inverted winger doing exactly the same, trying to beat the offside trap. That's done in a high press. We can adjust the lines as necessary. We're not going to be counter pressing in that one, and we're going to play fairly wide and out through the flanks, and slightly more direct and slightly higher tempo. So we have the two tactics that are set up. We also have the 4-3-3 that we were playing at the end of the last season. We got into the Conference League somehow. We finished in 8th, and we've been put into the Conference League. We will be playing in the playoff of that trophy, but I'm guessing we'll get through that, I hope, and we will advance to the group stage of the Conference League. I'm hoping that we could win the Conference League, which would be quite fun at the end of the season. The new file, massive improvement we got. No, I haven't actually downloaded it yet. Had a very, very busy weekend, not been doing much Football Manager. I've only just had time, and as you saw, I still have to make tweaks to the tactic, so I still have not had much time, Neil. Been very, very busy. You haven't seen me on the Discord either. I haven't been anywhere except running errands. We've had a very good pre-season. Some of these teams are not bad. Benfica, who are a much better team than us and playing in the Champions League, we beat them by 7-1. And some of these teams are exceptional. And we've had a very, very good pre-season. In terms of the signings that I've made, I still am struggling to get players in. And since we were last doing it, I have brought in another goalkeeper, Nievas. He's a young goalkeeper, destined to become a very, very good player. I like him. The coach report is extremely favourable, and he has the potential to be a good Premier League goalkeeper in the future. We have brought in Geronimo Silva. We were waiting on him. He has finally come in. He is the great white hope as well. And he's, I think, pretty useful out there on the wing. Can also play up front. He's a very, very useful player. He has been playing as a striker for us up to now. Probably will be used as that inverted winger on the right-hand side. And then we brought in Gronbeck, just to be a squad player, basically. But he wouldn't come in anywhere other than an important player. So I've got problems in the squad with important players, and I want to play him as a DLP possibly, or he can play as a ball winner. The problem is he can't tackle. We'll have to find a role for him, but maybe he will also be playing up top, which might be the safest place to play him. I brought him in because Humphreys is on the way out. Ezequiel Fernandez went out for 26 million. Stanic, the old goalkeeper, went out for 1.3 million. And El Hamadi went out on loan. Not a very important player in the squad. I will download it, Neil, as soon as I've got a moment, and I'll test it out in my Watford save, which I test everything on. And I'll give you some feedback on that, mate. I did manage to update the the thumbnail and put FM Match Lab on there now. So hopefully that's all cool. And we do have Cameron Humphreys is going out. We're going to get 22.5 million for him. Sad loss, really, because he plays all up the vertical axis. He's a useful squad player as well, but he wanted to leave, so time for him to go. He's not getting game time. That's why he wanted to leave. So where does that leave me in terms of the squad? Well, it's really, I think, no different to where we were before. Goalkeeper-wise, I think I've made a panic buy with Meslier, but we didn't have a goalkeeper at the time. And we'll talk about the goalkeepers in a moment. But maybe I need another centre-back to come in. I don't know. Midfield doesn't look particularly strong, as it didn't last year. But I do believe, once again, we've brought better players in. But I have money burning a hole in my pocket, and I don't know where to strengthen. There should be something on the thumbnail. It should now be... I've just edited it. Let's have a look. Yep, it says FM Match Lab instead. I've got your logo on the new thumbnail. So, yeah, on the thumbnail there is, but not in the title. Because I wanted to put... I don't have much... I only have 100 characters in the title. So I had to take something out to put the title in. But it's on the thumbnail. FM Match Lab version 4.1. So, I don't know where to strengthen. But I have a problem. Because when I was signing Makango, I promised him to strengthen the goalkeeping area of the first team squad. And the reason that I did that was that I was bringing in 2 goalkeepers. And thought, okay, he's going to have no problem with that. Unfortunately, he signed before. The goalkeepers both signed before he did. So that promise now stays. When I have actually strengthened the goalkeeper situation, this is going to lead to problems. I've already told Verbruggen that he is going to be the backup. He's now not happy. And he is luckily not an influential member of the squad. Now, I'm probably, even though I've signed this boy who's going to be a world-class goalkeeper, I'm probably going to have to loan out Verbruggen and bring in a better goalkeeper. Which means, then, that Meslier is going to get upset. So I'm guessing I have to loan him out as well. Because he's not going to be too happy then. I'm going to have to promote the 18-year-old to the backup goalkeeper. So, I don't know what's going to happen about this. In terms of the dynamics, you can see that Verbruggen is not very happy. And this is something that I've seen before in FM, that if you make that goalkeeping promise, you cannot make that promise based on the fact that you are already signing goalkeepers. And I've made that mistake before, because FM now, the 2 goalkeepers coming in before he signed, should adjust his happiness in terms of the promise, because I have definitely strengthened the goalkeeping area. But that promise means that I have to sign a goalkeeper after he arrives. I thought he would arrive first, and that would have solved the problem. He didn't. The two goalkeepers arrived first, and so that promise to improve the goalkeepers still remains. And that is something I've seen before in FM. Stupid error, which has caused me all kinds of problems now. So I'm guessing that I'm going to have to bring in another goalkeeper and loan out the two goalkeepers who are going to be unhappy. I do have a couple of goalkeepers that possibly can come in. There are a number of goalkeepers in here. Manti and Stankovic. Stankovic is an interesting one because he was willing to come in as a fringe player. But will Makengo say that I have improved the goalkeeping area if I bring in Stankovic? I don't know, because I don't think he's much better than what we've already got. I may have to just bring in Stankovic as a fringe player. I can then loan out the youngster. I'll have Verbruggen unhappy as the cup goalkeeper. But that's the way that is. So this is something that FM does to you. I should have realised and not made that promise. But without that, he was unwilling to sign. So I should have just not signed him. In terms of the other players, I don't know. I have young kids up front who are very, very good. And they're about to be put to the test. I have, unfortunately, my superstar, Winkler, who's not made a great start to the season. Early pre-season, settling in was difficult. But he's now injured. He's going to be out for another 2 weeks. So Morstat, I think, a silver, was only signed very recently. Morstat will have to make a start against Newcastle. So let's go and play Newcastle. It's a tough opening fixture, but it is going to put this team and this tactic to the test. We do have other things that we can go to if we're not playing very well, but we'll see what happens here. Not going to play cautious. This isn't a cautious system. Take short kicks is something that I considered, but then I decided no, I want them to roll it out. I want them to roll it out, play the way that I want it to be played, and hopefully it will play out that way. I'm fairly happy with that. We're going to play him as a ball winner on support and not, so that we have the double ball winner in here and not as the DLP. We have an advanced playmaker coming deep to pick it up, so hopefully this is gonna work out. Makengo is probably going to come in here for Alan, but he's only just signed recently as well, so he'll probably come off the bench. And I really don't know how this is going to go. I really don't know if we've improved the team in any way. We just don't have the money to bring in really good players, and even if we have the money, they don't want to come. So we've really got to get Europa League, and then we might start doing something in terms of the transfer window. But at the moment, nobody wants to come unless they're kind of mediocre players. And we'll go and just ask the assistant again. We don't never press. We always want to put some press on them. And Gamares and Tonali, we definitely want to be type marking. There's no Isaac. Oh, yes, there is. Isaac is playing. So he's another one that we have to keep an eye on. Okay, let's go and see if we can't cause an upset here. Well, I'm expecting a poor start, to be honest. And I need a really good shift from all the players. I'm going to keep an eye on the shape. What kind of shape are we in? are the players that I want to coming deep. Morstat in particular, I want him to come deep. Keep an eye again on the number of fouls that we commit, because we commit a huge amount of fouls, at least last season. I do believe we're better in midfield, stronger in midfield than we were before. And I think we're better up front. A little bit. The kids are young, very young. We've got a couple of wonder kids in there now. And I'm hoping that they won't take too long to settle down. I am expecting a poor start. But we are on the offensive. But unfortunately, that pass was wayward. Hey, Ariane, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I'm good. I hope you are too. And so, let's hope we can keep the ball when we have it, put pressure on them when we don't. The only hope is to catch Newcastle at the beginning of the season. We have better fixtures, I think, coming up after Newcastle, but I'm still not expecting a very good start. But it's a fairly even game at the moment, so we're really not unhappy. Oh, come on, FM. Oh boy, are we going to be the hit the bar champions again this season? We definitely were last season. We couldn't stop hitting the woodwork last season, but hopefully that will be reduced this season. And we've made a good start. Could have caught Newcastle out, who probably are not expecting us to play this way. And that was a very decent block that stopped us from going a goal ahead. Well, I think it's a very, very good start. I decided to play McKenna instead of Atom. McKenna's the club captain. Atom is still learning his trade. Yeah, that little flick was awesome, Neil, wasn't it? Just that little flick. Lovely setup. But unfortunately, we've had a couple of good chances now and haven't taken them. And that was the story of last season. And it does look like it's going to continue. And I really don't know where to strengthen midfield. I've brought players in. They're young and just not brilliant at the moment. And even if I wanted to bring another midfielder in when Humphreys goes, it's not going to be any better. Oh, come on. Oh, boy. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, I was expecting a bad start. It's like I don't know if they're going to be any better than what we've got. We can't bring in top-class players because they just don't want to come. I've tried so many and they just don't want to come, and that was poor defending. And I think what I need to do is ask my wing-backs to close down a little bit more. We need to stop that. Standing off Gordon was not the best idea. Yeah, I mean, he's not the greatest goalkeeper. But again, like, goalkeepers that I approached were wanting ridiculous amounts of money, which I didn't have. I'm already over budget in terms of the wage budget, which hopefully should be gone when Humphreys leaves. But that was just Newcastle had an attack and scored when we'd had all the play. And again, they're causing us problems out wide. So I think maybe I need to drop the line, stop them. Manchester City losing to Bournemouth, are they? I need to stop these wingers somehow. Oh dear. Oh, he saved it. Oh, we do look a mess. Maybe I do need to bring in a central defender. A left-handed central defender. Especially as Boselli will probably be playing all season as a fullback now. Maybe I do need to bring in a strong central defender. And maybe I should have played Atom at the back. Atom never lets me down. The others do tend to let me down. I don't know why. I just don't start him. But I think Atom will get a start in the next game. He'll definitely play all the Conference League games. He's still young, he's still developing, but he never lets me down, and so I don't know why I don't play him. At the moment they're just toying with us and we're finding it very difficult. Oh, come on, what are you doing? Oh, it's offside anyway. So I'm just looking at most of their play. Actually, I might have misread this, that most of their play is down the middle. So I'm actually going to change the lines again. Might have misread that, but what we got to do is stop Gordon from coming inside. Somehow we've got to stop his charges. And we have equalised, have we? But what's the referee doing? He's looking... Oh, come on, FM. He's looking at a disallowed goal here. And this is so FM, isn't it? Like they're going to give us all the chances. We've hit the bar, probably a disallowed goal now. No, it's going to stand. And sometimes I despair with FM. And it is... Who scored? It's Arribas who's popped it in. And finally we're on the scoreboard. I think deservedly so. We have not been outplayed. What I do want to do is try to find a way to deal with Gordon. They're looking to play it out left. Tonali is looking left. So Tonali, I want him to be on his right foot. I don't want him passing it to Gordon, so I want him to pass that way. And Gordon... We just need to force him outside. I don't want him coming inside. I'm going to close him down more. It's risky. And probably we're going to ask the fullback to hard tackle him as well. And the other winger... Yeah, his crossing is poor. I want to force him onto his right foot. And just let him cross. And let him have that touch line. I don't therefore want to close him down so much. So we will close him down less often. Just force him outside. And he can have that right wing space. No problem at all. I don't mind. It's hard to see without looking at this in 2D whether the boys are coming deep to get the ball. We're not really building up from the back. I'm not seeing a lot of that. Oh, Arribas, come on. We have been the better side, I think. Even though it's possession's 50-50. And I wonder if I bring in a strong central defender... We've got Velasco injured now, have we? Oh, boy. He's probably not going to recover from this either. Yes, he is. He's just about recovering, which is good news. I don't want another injury up top. Especially as I've got my main man up top already out injured. But unfortunately, he didn't have the greatest of starts. I don't quite know what was wrong with him. He had opportunities in pre-season, just didn't look on it. He's supposed to be a wonder kid. He didn't look like he was any good at all. Velasco is struggling. But he's won the ball there. Well done. He probably does need to come off. Out wide, they are doing a lot of damage. And that was just too easy. Just way too easy. Where is the space? Yeah, Velasco probably needs to come off. I'm going to go, the space is in front, so I'm going to go to a low block. It's just to try and close this space off here. They're getting far too much space in midfield. And probably I'm going to lift the line up to close it even more. And we do need to make that substitution, I think. Not going as I planned. Well, I didn't plan a victory. So Silva, who has recently come in, another young kid, I think he's only 19 years old. He's supposedly a very, very good player. But 19, he's not going to be up to it. Not the Premier League at 19 years old, unless he is exceptionally good. Somehow we've got to stop Newcastle having that space in midfield, and we've won the ball there. That's interesting. That we did close off that space for them then. And if we can score again, who knows what's going to happen. Is he offside there? Unlucky. I mean, we're creating chances, and we've had better chances than Newcastle. They've only created, I think, 3 things. Scored twice, and we've created half a dozen and only scored once. It's the way FM is. But hopefully closing off the midfield now will make a difference, I hope. Timon is not the greatest dribbler of the ball. But we do need to start having a run at these teams. But we do need to also stop losing the ball in midfield. Not pretty at the moment, but well, then again, I didn't expect a great start. Scott McKenna's on a 6.6. I knew I should have played at him. I think we have been very unlucky. Nobody's actually, Dominguez, who's again supposed to be a very good signing. The only 4-star player I think I've got, he's having a shocker. Ah, boy. Both of them in midfield. That's telling me that that's where the space was. I need to tell them I'm not happy. So I guess that they are showing bad ratings because they couldn't cope with the space in front of them. So with a bit of luck now, and we're all fit and healthy, and I'm going to counter press very shortly. We go 10 minutes, we're going to start counter pressing them. Pedro Goncalves is insane. Okay, so now I'm going to start counter pressing them because we haven't been pressing them. Yeah, we have. Strange that we are looking quite fit, but it is Newcastle again. They will be a top 3 club even if they don't win it. They possibly could win it. It's like one of the worst teams we could have played first game, in all fairness. They're going to be minimum top 3, whereas we are predicted to finish in 13th. It's going to be a long season, this one again. I think we have to get to the Europa League, or we're just going to be stuck not being able to sign players who are good enough to get us out of a top 10 team. And I may have to just decide at some point, with all the young players I have now, is that we just play with them and we just sign one player in each transfer window and try to improve the squad that way. And at the moment, it's not looking great. They're looking like a poor team, if you ask me, in all areas. I'm going to bring in a central defender, I think. For me, it seems like a waste of money, but if we can get a better central defender in there, then why not? But at the moment, I'm wondering, should I try the other style? Because at the moment we're not winning this game. We're not even drawing it at the moment. So there is a case to be made for trying the other style with the wingers and playing wide. If we get back to 2-2 though, I might change my mind. Because it's... FM drives me nuts sometimes. I was like, why do I play this game? Especially like, I just had major heart surgery. Why do I play this game? Who would be a football manager? The other thing I've been considering is substitutes. And because I may well change the style, I'm going to wait much longer before making substitutions. Like, I'm noticing that managers in real life, they save a couple of substitutions until like 85 minutes. So that they have fresh players playing out the last 10 minutes. So they don't make their substitutions quickly. And when I'm going to change the system, I may need different players to fit that system. So I'm going to save my substitutions until much later. Nicely done. Now come on, let's create some space here. I think I should stop them dribbling. I've just brought in a ton of players up front who can allegedly dribble, but I don't think we've gone past anybody throughout the course of this game. So we are going to say dribble less, because we just haven't gone past anybody yet. Unlike Gordon, who's just having a field day going past my defence. And Tonali. And that's why I didn't put dribble less on this season. I'm hoping that our boys could do some runs like that in the penalty area. We are ahead in shots on target, but we don't have Isaac. That's the problem. And they have Isaac. And my wing-back just gave up on that. He just gave up and moved inside. But we do have a counter-attack here. What can you do, Silva? How good are you? They say you're a good player. How good are you? Not good enough. The cross wasn't very good. But in all fairness, the pass to him wasn't very good either. If we can get a draw here, it would be brilliant. But the way they are attacking is just incredible. They're just running past my defence like we're not there. I don't think I want to bring the line back because they will create the space they had in midfield. Since I closed that down, they haven't scored. And they found it difficult to get players free because that space is closed. Tonali is a nightmare. This guy has been ineffective. So having said that, commentator's curse. He's now just skipped past everybody. So I am going to change the system now. I'm going to go to the other to see if that works any better. So we're in that one. We'll go to this one, which is why I've left the substitution. So Morstat and Scott will change positions. Having to play Morstat in a big game like this isn't very fair either. Silva and Arribas will also change positions. I'm going to put him as an inverted winger. Maybe an inside forward on... Nah, we'll go for an inverted winger on attack. Silva can play as an inside forward on attack. And we'll put the wing back on support. We're going to play more direct now. Try and use these players to see if it confuses them. Scott should be dropping deep to get the ball. And so far we haven't had to use a substitution, but I'm going to take Allen off. So these two midfielders have been absolutely dreadful. It's time to make some substitutions now. Makengo can come on for Dominguez. And Marin, I'm going to play him as a deep line playmaker. He can be on support. And then Scott will have to play as an attacking mid on support. Timon, who's not had a great game, is very tired. And then Morstat has not played well. Mastuano can come on and play as the shadow striker. I have no idea how this will work. De Serbi has used this quite effectively. We just have to see. It just might confuse Newcastle, or we might just concede. Their wing backs are playing quite high, so that might leave space behind them. But it all depends on winning the ball. And let's push the lines up. Let's go right up. And try and win the ball. Oh, 2-1 defeat to open the season is never very nice. 3-1 is even worse. And I wouldn't rule that out. Scott McKenna, who got the nod over Atom as being poor. Is he looking complacent out there? No, just composed. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 3-1. Who'd be a football manager? Winkler has got himself injured. That's crazy. How are you doing, my friend? So we are now 3-1 down, and well, I suspected that we were going to get beaten. I suspected it's going to be an awful start. And how to improve this team, I don't know. All the players we've brought in are very young, and it's probably going to be a dreadful season. I don't know how to improve this team. The problem is, if you can't bring in players, if they don't want to come, you can't improve it. We've made, funny you should say that, Matty. We've made offers for loans on several players, and they don't want to come. Simple as that. And I'm beginning to like be at the point where I'm tearing my hair out. It's like, as if I'm going to let me ever sign a really good player. I mean, these young boys are, give them 3 seasons, they're going to become extremely good players. But I'm going to somehow just have to survive mid-table for 3 seasons while they become very good players. That's what this save looks like to me. And that I can do. Because all the board want is for us to be a mid-table team. There's no ambition with them at all. So getting them to a place where we can be mid-table, I can do, no problem at all. And I don't know. Who's that? Kilski. It's a very, very... It's like, it really is a conundrum. And this could end up even worse than 3-1. I mean, FM gives you some puzzles to solve, and this is a good one. And we had this problem in the summer window last time. Nobody would come. And I've had it again. Nobody will come. Are these players getting forward? Yes, they were going forward. But we just didn't have a clue, really, how to get it to them. It's supposed to be more direct. But you can see where their class players are. It's Bruno and Tonali. Bruno, Tonali, Gordon and Isak. Those are the 4 players that they've really got. And they are playing hell with me. I have to somehow figure out how to stop that, because all teams are going to do it. And we just don't have an attacking threat at all again. Because we've created chances and we just don't score from them. So our attacking threat is very poor again. And they're just carving us open. I don't know. We just have to keep going, I think. See where we finish up. Oh, and there it is, 4-1. I mean, who knows? We might even end up in a relegation scrap this year. Who knows? The way we're defending is absolutely shocking, so I need to sort the defending out. But having said that, Newcastle are one of the favourites to win the title, so what can you do? Yeah, McKenna 6.3. I knew I should have played Atom, but because he was the captain, he got the nod. And probably buying a central defender. I'm going to have to buy a goalkeeper. Upset Meslier. Probably let Meslier go out on loan and Verbruggen go out on loan. Could even try and sell Verbruggen. Meslier can go out on loan. Because with Makenga unhappy, we have to buy a goalkeeper. So I'll buy a goalkeeper and a central defender. Go on, make it 5, make my day. First half, I thought we were the better team. Second half, we got destroyed. I'm really struggling. This defence was very, very good last year. And now it seems like it's not very good. It's the first game. Velasco, he's only out for 1 to 3 days. This is a conundrum. Yeah. Defense was very poor. But the attack was poor as well. And the midfield were even worse. The attack was very, very poor as well. They didn't take their chances. We had plenty of chances. So in all areas of the pitch, we're struggling. So I'm going to buy a goalkeeper. That's the first thing I'm going to do, is buy a goalkeeper. Where am I? Not feeling very good about this. I mean, I'm wondering, if I bring Stankovic in, does Makengo think that that's improving the goalkeeper's situation? Willing to come in as a fringe player. Meslier can keep his top spot. He could play in the Cups, and Verbruggen could go out on loan with the youngster. Would that be enough for Makengo to think that we've improved the goalkeeping situation? He's cheap as chips. Is this my way out? I don't care that he's injury prone or all these other things. Well, the situation that I was in before, I had to sell the player who was angry because in the winter transfer window. I had to sell him in the winter transfer window. That's what happened before. So he only was with me for 3 months. I'm anxious to avoid that this time, although Makengo didn't play very well. The midfield was absolutely shambolic. And Tonali and Guimaraes and Bruno just ran them ragged. So he would be a good signing, I would think. For a fringe player, he would strengthen the overall squad. But then there are other ones I can bring in. Manti is a very, very good goalkeeper. But he will have to be first choice. And that means that Meslier will now be upset as well as Verbruggen. So I don't know what to do. It's really, really tough. Meslier, I can't sell him because he's only just come in. Verbruggen, I could sell. But then Makengo might think that I'm not improving the goalkeeping situation at the club. I really don't know what to do. Guys, tell me what to do. Stankovic, I think, would be the solution because he's willing to come in as a fringe player. If we compare Stankovic to Meslier, Meslier, you can see, is a slightly better goalkeeper. Just slightly better in all areas. apart from speed and eccentricity. Meslier is a bit eccentric, we know that. If we compare him to Verbruggen, then we can see he's probably a better goalkeeper than Verbruggen. In terms of shot stopping, definitely. Aerial ability, they're quite similar. And Stankovic is a bit more physical than Verbruggen. Verbruggen, though, is only 24 years old. Stankovic is how old? He's only 25 years old. I don't know. We look at someone like Mandy, who is a very, very good goalkeeper, and we compare him with Meslier. I'd say Meslier is a better goalkeeper. So I don't know what is going on here. Why is he rated better than Meslier? Who, looking at that, Meslier is a better goalkeeper. So I really don't know. Somebody said leave him and let him sulk. I guess that's what I'm going to do. Just leave him. I might bring Stankovic in anyway, because he will just sit on the fringes. He's no interest in playing at the moment. And he's not a bad goalkeeper, and he'd be there sitting in the dressing room or wherever, in case we have to sell one of the goalkeepers in the winter or next summer. So he is willing to come in as a fringe player. Oh, no, he's not. He wants to play a more important role now in the team. So it really is problematic. It really is a problem, because I don't think he's going to now want to come in as a fringe player as he did before. Let's try him, because I don't think it's going to work out. I don't think we're going to get him for that, but we'll try it. 3.1. Well, we can take this right down. After 50 games, okay. So 3.1 mil. This is not the biggest part of my problem. The biggest part of my problem is going to be now. Yeah, that's the problem. And he's not going to accept anything that... So I just have to leave it, I think. But central defender, I've got to think about bringing in a central defender. I've had my eye on someone. I think defensively we've gone backwards, not forwards. I thought they should be better this year, but they look terrible. I've got my eye on a central defender. 22 years old. Probably better on cover. Pretty decent he is. And then there is another one. he probably would be the better option. Has no side preference, which is good. 20 to 30 million. Yeah, he looks the best option. He's 20 to 30 million. I think we've got that money. When Humphreys goes out, we will definitely have that money. Mane, he's another youngster. Yeah, we need Humphreys' money to come in first. I don't need any more up front. We're just going to have an overload of players up front. We just need to perform better. And Newcastle are going to be top 3, so... But 4-1, that's not good. Who is Santos? The name rings a bell. He did play a couple of games in pre-season. Didn't do badly, actually. Bristol City. Come on. Higher line. I'm going to play positive. They don't like playing positive, this team. They just don't like it. Yeah, mentality's gone down. They don't like playing positive. But we have to start playing it. If we lose this one, it's going to be an absolute nightmare season. We need to win this. Release clause. Has he got a release clause? Has he, Morstat? 34.5 million. I don't think anyone's going to... What is going on here? Anyone's going to pay 34.5 million for Morstat. That will shock me to the core if that happens. Relegation 6-pointer here coming up. But I've got to make a choice. I think I prefer the second Nicomanti. Yeah, we did make an inquiry, but I haven't made my mind up. That's another thing FM needs to just take out. They've got to stop putting pressure on me to make an immediate signing just because I asked the agent. I don't have to sign him. And what happens is when you go to sign him later, the agent's got the ump and you can't sign him because you didn't. So that's a big deal as well. He can't stop taking long shots and he's not very good at them, which is why I tried to stop him. And Cameron Humphreys has gone out now, which is good. Which should give us a little bit of money. 50 million now. So I think I will make a bid for that. For one of those defenders. So we've got Manti. Oh, he's a goalkeeper, sorry. Goalkeepers, I just do my head in. We've got Mane, who looks like a good player. He's like Atom. He's got tons of development yet to do. I think he's a similar player to Atom. Yeah, he's just a bit better than Atom. Atom's better in the air, but overall, he's just a bit better than Atom is. Same age. So there is Mane. Again, another youngster. Do I want another youngster? And who was the other one I looked at? Was it Hilgers? Yeah, Hilgers is slightly older. Not quite sure what's gone wrong here. Something's not right. Okay, so Hilgers is obviously going to be one important player again. Anybody who does come in wants to be an important player. Yeah, he's going to expect to play every game. Would want a long-term contract. Would want a minimum release fee. Well, what's he want a long-term contract for? He would like to strengthen the team in midfield. Oh, God. And we are weak everywhere. But nobody wants to come. You want to try it, boy? Let's see. But I think he's the one. We've signed a lot of youngsters. Let's try 25. 24.5. No, we're not giving you 35. Don't be daft. Let's try 29. And we'll up this a little bit. Okay, that's going to cost more than half of the budget that we have available. In terms of our finances, our wage bill has come down. It doesn't look like he's very interested, but feels there are currently more appealing options. Of course there would be. That's how it all starts. And then they go. So I've signed him. Yeah, okay, relegation. Let's see what he wants. Oh, regular starter. That's an interesting... recommended star player. That's an interesting opener. And let's up that one. Up that a little bit. Can I up that a little bit? Oh, yeah, he's gone for that. That's interesting. That's interesting. I think I got a good deal there. If he comes, but he's only slightly interested. Well, he's very interested, but there are better options for him. So he's not going to make it. Oh, Chelsea have now come in, and that means we're not going to get him in either. This is Ipswich's story. And of course, I'm not going to be able to offer the wage that Chelsea are going to offer. This is Ipswich's story. I don't believe that I've... No, it's not a player. I thought might be one of the director of football ones. We really need to beat Bristol City. I don't cry often on camera. But this is, again, it just feels to me, even though pre-season was brilliant, it just feels to me this team has not been strengthened. I might as well have kept the same team and ignored the transfer window. It just doesn't feel like it's been strengthened. It feels like we've got a lot of young boys who are going to take 2 to 3 years before they even start playing. Dominguez, Makengo. I think I'm probably going to take his advice on this. We'll take his advice on this. Arribas, though, I'm a little concerned about Arribas. Being the attacking playmaker. I need an attacking playmaker there. I'm going to swap those over because I do want Scott to come deep. And the bench seems to be okay. Except we don't have a... Yeah, he's done me. He hasn't put a left back there, has he? Thinkgraph comes in here. Morstadt is the attacker. I don't know why Joanne Liu is there. No, okay, that looks okay to me. A DM instead. Can put Dominguez as a defensive mid. He is my best ball winner. So let's put him on a defend duty. Let's play a DLP. Play a DLP. And then we're going to play the playmaker. The original plan was to play Scott as that playmaker. So the ball winner, yeah, this is an issue as well in midfield, isn't it? And the ball winner on support. I don't know if that's going to work. I want him to behave like a ball winner. Tell him to tackle harder and mark tighter. And take fewer risks. What is going on? He should not be on attack. Why is he on attack? Yeah, he should be on attack. What's happened here? He should be on support. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. Verbruggen's not happy. Well, we've already had a chat. He wants another one. We're going to have to put him out on loan. We've already done this earlier. So, like, I offered him a target and he refused it. That's what happened last time. I don't believe you have the required quality. And then I told him that there's a lot of competition, and he's kind of like not happy at all. And I can't do anything. No, he's not happy. Then I've got no option to say, right, it's time for you to go. So he's got to go. I'm going to have to sell him. That's all I can do. This is what happens when you make that player promise. We're going to sell him. He doesn't... Well, I don't care if you don't have an interest. I'm not having you sitting around there being unhappy. And you're not going to make any difference to my team that way. Just going to have to sell him. Problem is, the other goalkeeper now have pissed off. Just walked away from... FM, you are absolutely brilliant at doing things in the wrong order. So the goalkeeper I wanted to come in, he's now probably not available. And I think that definitely a midfielder has to come in after this as well. So what happened to the tactic there now? Oh, we've got a DM in there now. So I've really only got 3 players. Arribas was a better player than he was before. Look, 4 players and they're only like 3.5 star. I know I shouldn't take any notice. I am going to put Atom in. I just noticed that. Oh, registering's easy. So Meslier Nivias is going to be the other goalkeeper for now. Atom, Baselli, Garosabao, Xuanlu, Badgetic, Finkgraf, Timon, Allen, Dominguez, Makengo, Marin, Scott, Morstadt, Silva, oh, this is for the oh god, this is for the, I forgot about this, didn't I? Right, can we leave one out? Who would I leave out? Someone like Marin. Oh, what a problem. Xuan Lu. He will ask to leave. If I leave him out, he'll ask to leave. But I've actually got to lose 2, haven't I? So let's just try that. Yeah, I've got to lose 2, haven't I? Most of these are under 21. They should be able to play under 21s. Let's try taking Marin out. Now we can go. So now we'll have 2 unhappy players again. Oh boy. Yeah, I was looking at Paulinho. I have a lot of players up front though. He would be better than what I have up front, but I need to improve the defense and the midfield first, I think. So we have to let him go to wherever he's going. Yeah, I know. There's about 4 of them, Matty, who are under 21. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Silva's under 21. Oh, what's his name? Winkler is under 21. There's 4 of them. If I want more money in the transfer budget, I can still get more money in. Look at these. There's this guy, 6.21 million we can get. I haven't even ever heard of him. And then Carrillo will bring in 583,000. Howard Bellis. So we could get 8 million more if I want more money. I need 3 points from this game. Yeah, I don't know if there's something wrong, Matty. But it's like part of the game I don't like. I never like doing those squads. Well, then I don't pay attention, which I should do, to making sure I've got the right players in the squad. But if you do that way, then your squad gets worse. And so it's got you over a barrel anyway. And now we have to win this. If we don't win this, he wants to play balance. I'm probably not going to argue with that. At least at the beginning. It's the team. This team does not like playing positive. They do not like it at all. And every time I do try to play positive, we concede goals immediately. I don't know what is wrong here. The fans expect a win. I expect a win. We need to be much better than what we were before. All right, let's go and get this win. So we're going to get tanked by Bristol City. Well, they are playing a long game, are they? So I'm just going to hope I've got enough pace at the back to deal with the long passes. Not the best start, but it was just a set piece from a long ball. which we did defend pretty well. I've got to like try and be a little bit more optimistic. We should be winning this game. I think Bristol City just came up, didn't they? So we should be winning this game. Looking at those two midfielders, why are they swapping over? I think Scott just fell down there, didn't he? He was looking for a penalty. He just fell down. We need a win from this one. Come on, let's have a good start. Oh, this is like, we cannot finish our chances. What is wrong with my forwards? They're supposed to be good players. Supposed to be very, very good players. Or at least developing very, very good players. Valesco is supposed to be a very good player. So is Alex Scott. Supposed to be a very good player. Why can we not finish chances? We create chances. Enough of them. Do we finish them though? No. I might actually go into a 4-3-3 if we're not doing well. Standard old 4-3-3. Oh, finally, it's Arribas. Oh, no. The dreaded VAR. Is it or isn't it? Oh, it's been awarded. Now, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at their shape. So, Silva, he is the deep lying forward, so he's come deep. Scott is nowhere near advanced as he should be. Now he's got advanced. He's just a bit slow getting there. And then Arribas able to get through. So Arribas was the centre mid getting through the middle. So that kind of nearly is what I had in mind. Not quite. Scott had come a little bit too deep for my liking. I wonder why this team does not like it when we go positive. I absolutely agreed with the assistant that positive was probably not a good idea. I bring in that central defender. That's going to reduce Atom's playing time, but I want to play him in most of the European games. I mean, he's getting his head on stuff again. He does not let me down, that boy. It's very rare to see him have under a 7. Made a mistake there, though, but good cover by Makengo. It's very rare for Atom to get under a 7. Oh, that's how I envisaged it, them. A little bit more dribbling. Maybe it will take time. Maybe it'll take time. But this looks much better. Well, that wasn't very clever. So we should also have Arribas he should be set to stay wider. So he's got to learn to stay wider as well. No, my focus and actually what hi, so what, how are you doing? The focus is down the middle, and this is based on what Marco Rose was doing. His focus was completely down the middle, playing very narrow. The width was then just provided by the fullbacks or the wing backs on the outside. But they're still narrow. So I want to give this a try. And it doesn't look too bad to me. There's the width. And also when I'm using low crosses, we are not very good at getting our head on the ball in the penalty area. So I want to use low crosses. Now, low crosses from out wide are absolutely useless. You want to be at the edge of the penalty area for low crosses. Otherwise, they're just useless. It's pointless low crossing from out here. And then when they are out too wide, they tend to float the crosses, which isn't very good. I mean, it looks better to me this time, but then we should be beating Bristol City, and we're still not finishing enough chances. Start my wing back in the middle. I don't have a wing back in the middle. So at the moment, the system looks like he plays it. Valesco's not quite coming deep enough yet. What is this? That's a glitch. There was about to be a VAR check, is there? But I know it's been awarded. It does look better, but we should be beating Bristol City. And it still concerns me about these two may be too close together. Because with the attacking mids, what we've got is probably we're congesting. I'm going to switch to 2D. And we might see that the attacking mids, with the attacking mids coming deep, there's like 4 in that little space. So looking at this now, forget Timon, that's Timon, he should be out here, he's just come inside. So if the wing back was higher up, that would be okay. We could push this wing back higher up, create an overload here. We still have 2 central defenders and this wing back. And then if I ask the central defender to stay wider. So I'll push that wing back up. We don't need to increase the width because there's a 2-on-1 here. We also are creating problems then for them here. There's a 3-on-2 there. But forget Timon. So there's a gap here as well. So I'll push the wing back up to attack. Timon is ripping them apart. I've got this glitch again. Timon's ripping them apart on that side. So maybe Boselli can do the same on this side. This is more like it, boys. This is more like it. Why couldn't you play like this earlier? Ah, boy. So we'll see now Boselli's position. That's what I want from low crosses. I want Timon and the other one crossing from the edge of the penalty area. Those crosses then are deadly. Those floated things are never going to connect. Boselli is higher up the pitch. But you're right, he could do with being a little bit wider. Not much, but a little bit. So let's ask Boselli to, when team has the ball, stay wider. Stretch them a little bit. But Timon's doing all the damage at the moment. Oh, almost another one. So if Boselli now stays wider, it pulls the defence out again. Where that overload is on the right. So let's try him on attack. Stay a little bit wider. Now we're not getting any highlights. I want to see what's going on, FM. I might go to full. Well, Makengo's taking a knock now, is he? And he's on a yellow card, so let's get rid of Makengo. Oh boy. It's time for him to have a game. He's not much of a DM. Let's put him in there as a halfback. He'll just then sit. He's probably not going to be in advanced enough positions. He is about as high as he can go. I'm not pushing him up here. That's going to create all sorts of nonsense. Are you saying put the wing back up here? He can't play there. That's about as high as his starting position goes. No, I'm not putting him up here. Look at the space. At the moment, we're going to have a problem with teams who play direct. And I could push both wing backs up to wing back positions. I'm going to get absolutely annihilated in most games. I'm trying to find a system, so what here, that they'll settle down and use, not something that I'm going to discard after one game. The trouble is I'm not getting enough highlights here, even in comprehensive, to see what's going on. It's just pushing the clock on. There's that direct stuff. We will be in trouble from that. They will score. There you go. Because we've got both wing backs up the pitch, they're going to get behind us very easily. We just got to hope that we can score goals. That's the wing back. And they got behind us very, very easily. Winning the Bundesliga I can do every time, which is why I prefer to play in the Prem. I can win the Bundesliga easily. Even overcoming Bayern is very, very simple in the Bundesliga. So why I prefer to play in the English leagues, because they're much harder. So I don't even like playing in Germany because it is too easy. It's kind of sad. It shouldn't be like that. And then like overcoming teams like Ajax in Holland, it's really easy. The most difficult one is Scotland and getting ahead of Rangers and Celtic. The best I've ever done in Scotland is to separate the two and come second, but actually that's really tough in Scotland. So I think what I'm trying to do is find something, like against bigger teams we are going to get annihilated, because look, the space that we are leaving behind these wing backs now. Both of them are high up the pitch. Two left back. And I'm tempted to take that wing back. That was a warning. Don't do it. We were 3-0 up playing with him on support. Atom again is on a 7. That boy just does never let me down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch him back. I'm going to put him, he's not made any difference whatsoever. So we are going to put him back on support duty and make him a full back. That's what he wants to do. The other thing I'm thinking about is pushing those three across and letting, so Atom, when we have the ball, could stay wider. So when he goes missing, but that would mean turning him into an inverted fullback. That's much more defensive. He doesn't need to close down more. That's a leftover from last year. Well, it looks okay to me. 3-1. I'm more comfortable having him as a fullback on support. I have to look after the defence as well. And I don't have an attack that's going to willfully score goals, as we've seen against Newcastle, where they squandered chance after chance after chance. I'm looking at the stats. We've dominated the game. We should dominate the game. No nonsense fullback or no nonsense central defenders. I mean, I don't have to stick to Marco Rose's instructions. I could stop them playing out of defence. I don't believe they're good enough to be doing that, but that's what he did. He had them playing out of defence. Yeah, see, we don't have enough covering. One of them could be a central defender. Not sure about no nonsense. But they're both very capable, especially Atom. And the boy coming in is also a ball-playing defender, if he comes in. But I suspect he will go to the Chelsea. He's also a ball-playing defender. I think that they're getting there in terms of bringing it out. I don't know what to do about Alan. Doesn't quite fit the system. Scott was quite simple to fit the system. You just push him up into central midfield. Alan doesn't quite fit this system. He's much better off in a 4-3-3. And it might be a play the 4-3-3 against bigger teams. But we do look defensively very vulnerable like this. And I wonder, I'm preparing, well, that's your job, not mine. It's no good telling me we should prepare the set pieces. That's your job. Just do it. What have you been doing for the last fortnight? There's Atom. He's got to start Atom. He's out playing McKenna. Well, that's cancelled out our negative goal difference. If it counts. Check for offside again. Every goal I score is being checked for offside. Oh, that one's disallowed. Every one that I score is being checked for offside. That one's fair enough. Oh, there's the... Oh, is he checking for offside again? Another check for offside. Oh, FM, enough of this. And this one's awarded. How could anybody be offside in there? Okay, now it's cancelled out, that negative goal difference. Yeah, everybody at the back is playing okay. They do look dangerous out on the flanks. But they haven't really provided any key passes as yet. It's time to get some fresh legs on the pitch. I'd like, if you can get another one, boys, I'd like to have a positive goal difference at the end of this. God, I'd be a horrible team manager for them, wouldn't I? Not happy with 4-1. Out wide, they're very dangerous. On both flanks. So let's pull that line back a little bit. Try and stop them going on the outside. We also need to try and stop them in midfield making those passes. What a pass from Atom. Right, let's get some fresh legs onto the pitch. Let's bring on more stat. Mastuano can come on for Arribas. Alan can come on for Dominguez. This is why he doesn't fit the system, really. May have to be sold in the winter. Allow a possession tactic to be able to be more successful in FM. Feels like gegenpress. Yeah, I absolutely agree, Saul. You can be very successful with a counter-attack system. You can design one of those and be successful with it, and I have done that. But the gegenpress, for years, has been the go-to option, and I've tried to avoid the gegenpress as much as possible. But at the end of the day, as your team gets better and better, you have to go on a gegenpress. I mean, building out from the back, visually, it just seems your team is doing that anyway, even if you're not intending to build up out from the back. Visually, it looks like your team are doing it anyway. Which is kind of weird. Who's tired? Anybody? Boselli or Timon, maybe? Let's try somebody instead of Boselli. Garosibal, maybe. Well, we've cancelled out our negative goal difference now. And Atom. The boy never lets me down. It's like very rare that he lets me down. It's checking again. Every goal gets checked. That's like, come on. Do we really need this all the time? Well, Bristol City are not quite Benfica, but it's still a good result. I was like shocked in the Benfica game. Goodness me. It looked like they'd been playing together for years. Or maybe we are going to get those results from time to time where they look like they've been playing together for years. But mostly it's going to be, we haven't got a clue how to play like this yet. So we can play like this against weaker teams. We've got to somehow figure out how to play against the Newcastles. I might go to a 4-3-3. Just go and sit in a 4-3-3 low block and make it very difficult for them to score against us. Any of the bigger teams. But and this is good because they were forcing them to cross from much deeper now. He says this is good, but they shouldn't be scoring from crosses out there. Two crosses from deep. If we have a look at their shape, so it's these two crossing from very deep. He's on a 6.2. So those are the dangers. So let's close those two down. Let's try and stop them doing that. It's putting pressure on the centre backs. They've coped with it quite well, but we need to stop them doing that. Well, Bristol City, they're not the greatest team, but you've got to beat who's in front of you, as they say. And we've done that very nicely. And they may grow into it. You never know. They may grow into this. But I do believe I'm happier with the full-back on support. What's he doing as an inverted wing-back? What? Full-back on support, please. It's not quite. This team is not quite strong enough to leave too many players in wide areas, and they're not good enough to cope with that space that we were leaving. And the fullback is covering that space, whereas the wing back is much higher up. See, he stayed back. Actually came inside far too much, but at least he was back there. Oof, that was a bad tackle. Well, Meslier has made a couple of impressive saves in this game. I'm just wondering, will I get away with this? Will I lose if 2 players because of it? Makengo might have to go. If he gets really angry, he might have to go. Oh, you've broken your promise to me and all this nonsense. When I actually brought in 2 goalkeepers, I just didn't realise that he was going to sign after the goalkeepers came in. When he signed is not my fault. And FM has made me anti-VAR. I mean, FM does it far more than it does in real life. That every goal I'm scoring at the moment is checked. Even from corners, we're getting checked. I mean, I don't know. Maybe my players are straying too close to the line. I don't know. The opposition goals, though, are not being checked. Have you noticed? Oh, Morstadt, that was unlucky. See, he's a young player who could become a very good young player. By the time he gets to 24, he might be a very, very good player. And that's a good header. Oh, it's being checked again. Good Lord. He came from miles deep there. Of course it's awarded. He came from the penalty spot or outside the box. Of course it's allowed. 7-1. This is quite impressive. Maybe they'll grow into this, but I still think I want to play a 4-3-3 against the big teams. That's what it should be. You see what happened there? Distributed to the centre-back. His outlet was the full-back. The full-back then passed it back to the DM. The DM's now playing it forward to Mastorani. And now their defence is in trouble. If we get the next ball right, he should play it back here. The next ball should put it... That's how I want it to play. And it's the next ball is really important. That's the ball. Now he's got to find a pass. He didn't. But they're almost there. They just looked like idiots against Newcastle, who are, of course, a very, very good team. But that was much, much better in terms of how it looked. Atom, again, outstanding. How can I leave him out? So, unfortunately, Newcastle have suffered a defeat, have they? Good. No, they haven't played yet. I would say they'll win their game. 7-1, I'll take that. Hey, Joe, how's it going? You missed that game. It was nearly 10. Good to see you, Joe. Speaking of 433, the narrow 433 you spoke about a few streams ago works amazingly. Yeah, it's an old trick, that, using the two complete forwards just to stay wider, and then they function as wingers. And they can also go narrow as well, which is really cool because you can overload the box very easily. That is a good system. That's something we could play here, because we have enough players who can play as complete forwards, and it might work. And most of them are wingers. So you players like Silver and the other boy who's been injured for so long, I've forgotten his name, Winkler. They're both good wingers. So you could play them as complete forwards and have them, they'll just stay wide and come inside, and it just totally destroys teams. Silva was man of the match, was he? Hat-trick. Okay, so that puts us back in a better position. Now we have to go and play this UEFA Conference League game. That should be fairly straightforward. They are a 3-star reputation club, but we are better than them, and I don't think FM's going to put me out of the competition at this stage. I don't think I've ever seen it do that, and in fact we'll get through the group stage as well. I don't think I've ever seen it do that. I actually quite liked how the halfback played in that game. So there's 2 players, and they actually didn't complain, which is good news. They didn't complain that they were left out of the squad. Yet. They may well do. Smell Europe. It's just the Conference League, but it still would be nice to win the Conference League. 1 or 2 players. I'm going to rest them all, actually. Just give them a rest. How long is Boyo out for? Still 6 days. He's not coming back yet. What happened to Newcastle? They've still only played. They must be doing a Monday or Sunday game, are they? Oh, the press as well. Those things, like FM's making my life very difficult. I'm still looking for a defensive midfielder. I probably still have the money. Oh gosh, we've gone over again, have we? But I've still got, I think, 20 million in there. Unable to compile it. That shows how bad they are. Where are they from? I don't even know where that is. Kazakhstan. Oh, it's a game we should be winning. Is he going to tell me that I should rotate the team here? Newcastle must be the Monday night game then. I suspect they're going to win that. Newcastle are probably going to be in the chase for the league with Manchester City, Arsenal, the usuals. João Gomez, he was on the list, was he? I think he would cost a little bit too much, though, wouldn't he? So if we go and look for João Gomez. No, he's not on my list. I mean, even if we look for him, I can't even spell his name. So he is 28 to 34, so they're not going to let him go for much less. We could get him on the Never Never. Exceptional ball-winning midfielder. Good half-back. Good defensive mid. But I don't know if we're going to have the funds to be able to do that. Will definitely be worth a try. That's all we need. Alex Scott out injured. Yeah, we know we've made a bid for him, haven't we? Hilgers. Still waiting. So 30 million of our 50 million has gone. Plus we have to reduce the wage bill somehow. We can't afford to bring him in. I wonder if the defence is the problem. With Sia and Atom, they play really well together. Atom is developing so well. Scott McKenna, Boselli is a very good player. He can come into the... I don't know if the defence itself is the problem or midfield in front of them is the problem. So should I actually even be thinking about bringing him in and go for someone like João Gomez instead? I don't know. What do you think, guys? I'm going to have to then shift up. Like players like Marin will have to go up top. Bajcetic is irrelevant at this point in time. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Cancel that transfer. I have full belief in Atom. He's very, very seldom. He's very seldom let me down, that boy. He's like... Only on 2 or 3 occasions has he been under a 7. Sia works really well with him. And then Scott McKenna is also a good player. And Boselli can come back in here to do the cover duty because we have other fullbacks. So, I don't know. Atom is probably my favourite player in the team. But I just still don't start him all the time. I think he's going to tell me to rotate a little bit in this game, isn't he? See, he doesn't like Atom. I like Atom, so I'm going to rest Sia and bring Scott McKenna in here. Prefers to be on the left, though. Prefers to be on the left. So that's a problem. So maybe... No, I don't... He just prefers to be on the left. He'll be all right. That rests Sia. Garosibal can come on and do that role. So we got Garosibal, and then Bosilla can rest as well. Finkgraf, I'd like to start him. I'm going to give Finkgraf to start as well. Then I'll keep those two playing together. So we can bring... I don't think he's ready yet. Is he 2 days? No. Scott has also got a problem. So Mastuani can start as the advanced playmaker. I don't know if he can play that role. First is foot, no side preference. He's not really got the vision to do the playmaker. So Aribas and him can switch over. Aribas is better, I think. Just. And probably more stat. Give Valesco a rest. I think we should be beating this bunch. Oh, my 200th game, is it, in this save? Four on the bench. Let's give him 20 minutes. Verbruggen, yeah, we can play him. Juan Lu, let's give him 45 minutes. Let's give him 45 minutes. Yeah, but remember, he came in... Mastantuano, he came in before the season ended. There was a lot of interest, and one of the emails said we got in before the interest could take part. So I would say cancel this Hilgars. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, and strengthen up that DM position in front of the defence. And João Gomez would be able to do that. So let's, if we cancel this though, let's have a look at trying to get João Gomez in first. Let's try doing it that way. If I cancel it and then João Gomez is not interested. So let's go and ask the agent. He's incredibly interested. 27 to 34. Expect to be a star player. I expected that. 94 to 115. The wage bill, we couldn't afford it. So now he's gone down to 85 to 100. So that wage bill, how much were we going to pay that centre back? Can you remember? Let's have a look. No, we want. If we go change contract offer, 85,000 will be really tight. I may have to get rid of one of those goalkeepers. We've put Verbruggen up for sale, haven't we? Huh? Must respond to what? This. Why? I just wanted to check the contract. But don't forget, I also have money in here that I can convert to wage bills as well. Ooh. Big decisions. I tend to go along with you that João Gomez might be a better signing than the central defender, because Bart's been fine. He's just got demoted to backup, so he's not happy, and so I put him on the transfer list. Let's see how much. No, I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait for a little bit. I want to check on Verbruggen. We're going to have a problem with Makango anyway, because he thinks we haven't improved. At least as the promise changed. That more can be done to strengthen. What do you want me to do? It's like, I brought 2 goalkeepers in. So I think we'll wait to see what happens with Verbruggen. We'll actually offer him out via... Oh, actually, let's see if there's an intermediary can help us out here. There is no interest in him. Isn't that such FM? Ah, wonderful. What's his 36k? Are you kidding me? No interest. that is so FM. Oh, not this again. Juan Lumarin and Verbruggen. Juan Lumarin, Verbruggen. I can see one of them getting upset as well. See, I don't want to follow up yet. Can't I make an inquiry? And that could cost me in terms of signing him. So do I have to make a decision now? Because if I can sell Verbruggen, I could get both. The central defender and João Gomez. But the game doesn't want me to play like that. Scott is capable of playing. Valesco's capable of playing. Do I want to play them, though, having been injured? I want to give other boys a run out. Yeah, let's give other boys a run out for this game. If it starts going pear-shaped, we can bring them on. All right. I'm happy with that, especially as Atom is in the team. Come on, boys. Let's have a good lead from this first leg. I don't think we really need to worry about them too much. Let's take control of the tie, boys. Let's make this a good one. So we've rested a few key players here, which is good news. But there's where they're getting us, down wide again. Why would no one want to buy Verbruggen? A very young, very, very good up-and-coming goalkeeper, and nobody is interested in buying him. Why would that happen? It's like... it's... FM is very, very strange, and yet you could put somebody from the reserves up or bring in 8 million or something. It's a very, very strange game, this, sometimes. He took a kick at him afterwards. That needs to be a red card, referee. Only a yellow. Possibly. Possibly, Saul. You're probably right, actually. You need to put him in the shop window. Give him a couple of games. Actually, play for set pieces is probably not a very good instruction. So we do want to take that off. I was told in the last game that it's not a very good instruction for this. And he's right, because it slows everything down. Come on, Atom, you're better than that. The wing-backs might be a cause of concern. That's why they're getting these crosses in. So we need to take their wing-backs out. They're not pushovers, are they? Yeah, their wing-backs need to be taken out. That's where it's all coming from. We don't know anything about them. So let's tight mark him. And we're going to tight mark him. Let's try that. I don't have any information on them. We've got to stop them, though, before they cause damage to me. Somebody do something. That is dreadful. Are we back to can't play football again? After that 7-1 win, now we can't play football again. Oh, go on, must be. Take the shot. He's not a crosser of the ball. But that's where I want them crossing it from, and it nearly created a goal again. I don't want them crossing from out wide. Come on, we're better than this. What a dreadful free kick. Oh well, they're not used to playing with each other yet. That's better. Not quite. See what happens when we cross from wide? It never comes to anything. We're just not good enough in the air. Not unless we've got a good chunky centre back up there. Oh, what is wrong with this team? Now, having scored 7, we can't score in the next game. What is wrong with this team? Even Atom is struggling. 5 shots, 2 on target. That could be the low block needs to be installed for not getting shots on target. But there's enough to have confidence. If it was 5 and 0, I'd be worried. I think that this tactic could work. I don't know. I've always got to remember, and I don't, which makes me a terrible manager, is that these players are young. They must be the youngest in the Premier League. They're all very, very young. The oldest is 25. And they're also new to playing with each other. So it's going to take a little bit of time. And when it does go right, we saw against Bristol City, when it goes right, it will work well. Why are they taking too many touches? Looks to me like they're taking too many touches in the penalty area instead of just hitting it. Oh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I thought this was going to be an easy one. Well, it is fairly easy. We just can't score. Oh, that will do it. What a good goal that was. And he didn't really hit it that hard. Are you going to have a VAR on this one? That will do it very nicely. So he did not hit that very hard. And we're ahead. Good. Now build on this, boys. Build on it. It's against these easier teams. Even the midfield are playing okay. We were totally dominated in midfield by Newcastle. So it does seem to me like we need to get someone like João Gomez in midfield, who more experienced and is a very good player, rather than a centre-back who I don't think we really need. Scott McKenna's quite young. I mean, forget this. All these players are young. I think Scott McKenna's only 25. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. But okay, you're young. Come on, let's get to 2. And then the floodgates might open. That would be offside if it had gone in. Get to 2, we might get the floodgates. Atom! Get in! He's even beating the goalkeeper in the air. He does not let me down, that boy. Get in. Oh, who said that they liked Atom? Saul. He's got to be my favourite player in the team as well. He's just unbelievably good. I don't know why my coaches don't rate him. They don't even give him a good star rating. But it's a rare thing that he gets under a 7. A very rare thing. What's happened to his rating? There he's gone up again. Whole of the defence now are playing quite well. Newcastle could have been just one of those things. So what do you reckon, Saul? Play for Bruggen for a few games? If Meslier complains, we'll just have to tell him I'm trying to sell someone. He's a decent goalkeeper for Bruggen, and if he wants to go, as he does... He was player of the season last year. He's just an outstanding player. He's definitely my favourite player in the team. I shouldn't have favourites, but he's just so good. I just can't figure out why my coaching staff don't like him. Someone in that kind of form should be first on the team sheet. What was going on there? You were miles offside. Arrange a friendly against terrible opponents and play him in those games. Yeah, that's a thought. But he's a decent goalkeeper, so hopefully he would do a good job. Chance 3-0. Oh, it's being checked again. I should have realised it's not confirmed yet. All our goals are checked. Apart from the long-range effort. That looked a good goal to me, yes. It was a very good run. See, that's good. More stat, the complete forward dropping deep in there and taking defenders away. That's exactly what I want. He didn't actually take a defender away, but the fact that he dropped deep allowed Arribas to go past him. And that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. In terms of build-up, it was almost perfect just now. So when the goalkeeper gets it, we'll have a look at that again. Should be job done now. Should be job done. So okay, so there's the out, but the out ball should be wide. There it is. Now it comes inside. Now he's gone up the wing instead. That's pretty good. But where he doesn't have an opportunity to go up the wing, I think he would have looked inside, and that's where the pass is. Well, we actually haven't seen a cross for them for a long time. That's the first cross. And they did make some tweaks to their wing backs, didn't they? And we haven't seen them crossing the ball for a long time. He is very, very wide out here, though. Well defended. I need to tell him to focus. Just keep your attention going. Another interesting player who I really like is Finkgraf. He very seldom lets me down either. And yet Timon just keeps getting picked time after time. Finkgraf, he just keeps delivering. I don't know, I've got some young boys for the future here. But the future's looking maybe 3 years' time. So it's just how well can we get into the Champions League during that three-year period? Because once all these players mature, they're going to be very, very good players. And if they all mature together, so maybe in the transfer window from now on, we got to focus on just one player at a time. And let these boys develop together. Garosabal is getting older, I think. Garosabal, I think he's still only about 26. I talk about them getting older. How old is Garosabal? He must be the oldest player in the team. He's actually 31, so he'll be gone soon. But we have Juan Lu, who's young. We have Boselli, who's young. All covering that side. So maybe a defender right, a really good defender right in the next window. And let Finkgraf go. Atom's positioning then was brilliant, but not then. I told them to focus, and they only lasted for a few minutes, but I guess they forgot during half time. Atom was to blame there. We watch what happens here. He runs the wrong side of him, gets the wrong side of him. Is he still? Yeah. That's my mistake, not Atom's. That's why that happened. But it's okay, I'm confident we can get another one. Yeah, that was not Atom's fault, that was mine. Go on, Finkgraf. Show me how good you are. No, not that way. We might be getting a lot of set pieces, but I'm not quite sure who it is that's causing me the problems. Obakirov needs to have... We don't know anything about him though, do we? Let's put him on his left foot. My scouts obviously took the week off when they were looking for information on these geezers. Got another injury, have I? Yep, he's gone. Right, time for him to come off. Is it a chance for him to come and have a game? Yes, it is. Let's see what you can do, buddy. Let's have a look at what you can do. You were brought in to do a job like this for us. Harry Bass. It's interesting that we're not... Maybe we're buying players with better stamina because they don't seem to be getting tired like they used to, and they were last season. They're getting really tired around this time. Oh, it's offside. 3-1. 2-goal cushion is good, but I'd like a 3-goal cushion if that's possible, boys. More would be even better. It's time to rest players like Harry Bass, I think. Atom probably needs to be rested. And those two defensive midfielders. Right, let's do that now. They'll have to play again on Sunday. So, Atom is the first one who needs a rest. So Sia can come on and switch over with McKenna. And Alan come on as play as the halfback, but he still wants to play as a... And then... Actually, let's give Bajatic a game. So we will move Bajatic over. Alan can play as the ball-winning midfielder. And Harry Bass needs to be rested as well. Valesco. No, let's play Scott. And that gives them a little rest. Come on, let's make it 4. I'd like a 3-goal cushion, boys. Let's get this 4th. You can do it. Finkraff is on a yellow card. He's not coming off, is he? So we have to change that. Oh! Did we just score when I was altering his instructions? I've no idea what happened there. Looked like a little cross to me. But that's 4-1 now, and they wanted 3 goals. Oh, no, it wasn't a cross. A lovely pass. See, Finkraff could become a very good player. All these young boys, they do fill my heart with hope. But it's a long way in the future. And I got a nice young defence. They will become better. Despite the star ratings that my coaches give them, they will get better. Oh, Alan took him out then. He didn't even get a yellow card for that. Go on, Finkraff. Have a run, son. Well, we'll tell you what, the new tactic has brought some goals. We lost in the first one, losing 4-1. Just broke my heart. But then we beat Bristol City 7-1, and now we are winning 4-1. It's certainly bringing goals. Let's hope there's more for us. Maybe we just now got to build the team one player at a time. And that's why I should go for João Gomez at this point. He must be offside. Must be. And it's been given offside. Nice. Right, there's the pass. Now it should come back inside. There we go. Scott coming deep. Then it goes back. Now it should go wide. This is lovely. This is what his sides used to play like. So it will go over the other side. Now, there's the outlet ball. That's it. It comes back inside. There you go. Scott coming deep. He looks for the attacker. This is how they should be playing. And watching the videos of the Leipzig team playing, this is exactly how it looked like. Well done, FM. That's like... That's exactly what it looks like. Well done, FM. Come on, boys. We still got time for one more. I need to tell them to focus because their concentration attribute is poor. And it'd be just like them to go and give a goal away. But if we score again, I won't worry about it. So out wide it comes now. No, he's going through the middle. Badgetic is his own man. Oh, it is going out wide. So it goes back. It'll find its way back. Yeah, there it is. This tactic, the FM has replicated it quite well. It seemed to know how I wanted the ball to be distributed. I don't know how it knew that. So exactly what I described. Oh, hit the post. This is exactly what I described. You can keep that in, come on. Right at the beginning of the episode. That's exactly how they're playing now. There it goes back. Outlet ball is out wide. There it is. Now he looks inside or backwards. Whichever person is available. There you go. Alan's available. That's how it should be working. Oi, who stopped then? Who was that? Badgetic didn't quite know. Maybe he thought he heard the ref's whistle. So it is now time to tell them, focus. It's not over until 90 minutes are played. Loads of them are unhappy. They were unhappy probably because I woke them up. Oi, focus. Wake up. There it goes back inside. Back out. Penalty, ref. Not given. Come on, I want one more, boys. Let's get one more. Alan's not doing too bad in that ball-winning role. But you've got to remember, Bristol City and whoever these are, Tobeville, are weaker sides. This is why I tell you to focus, boys. That's exactly why I'm telling you to focus. Goalkeepers. That's it. Game over. 4-1. Oh, it's only just reached them anyway. I'll take that, a 4-1. Nice work, everyone. That was good. That should take us through to the next round now. 5 to 8 days. Oh, I'm not allowed to praise him. We can do it this way, though, can we? No, not allowed to praise him yet. Interesting. Do football managers get told that when a player comes in? By the way, it's illegal for you to praise a player before he's played 5 games. Sorry. I don't know if that's fair from FM. So it's been an interesting episode, and I still haven't solved this conundrum. I think I need to think about it. Yes, having a good centre-back in would be good, but having a better defensive mid would be good. Maybe we have to release this one. Bring in João Gomez if we can, for whatever it costs. And then if Verbruggen is sold, then we'll try and bring in Mane perhaps as another centre-back. I don't know. Need to think about that, but for now it's been a decent start, I guess. Newcastle upset me, but we've bounced back. We beat Bristol City 7-1, and now we've beaten Tobeville, who we should be beating. But it's bringing goals, like either goals for or goals against. We'll be back tomorrow with another stab at this. We'll finish the transfer window tomorrow. And what is it going to be? I need to think about that for the rest of the day. And hopefully things will work out in the transfer window. Thanks for coming, everyone. There's been 214 views today, which is promising. Not everybody stays, of course. I understand I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And the pace of the game that I play is much slower than other people. And so that doesn't help watch time. But it is the way I play the game. Sorry. So thank you very much for watching. I'd say a decent start, and hopefully we'll build on that. See you tomorrow, guys. Stay safe. Take care. See you next time.